Hello and welcome to Yasa TV. Welcome to the channel, people. Today we're doing the Chelsea versus Man United preview, and obviously I brought the guest with me. Obviously big up Prime. You know what I'm saying, my fellow blue brother, and we got Taz. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Bottom red. I don't know what you want to call it, man. They just, you know what I mean? you know, down below, mate. And yeah, man. Oh, actually, you might have got to wait because someone else has turned up. So actually, you know what? We'll put him. Yeah. 1 second. We'll put the last guest in real quick. Use that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just give me a second. Ahmed.
We can't hear you from 15th, bro.
I said we can't hear you for 15. Ahmed, put your phone sideways, yeah? So it does so it records it sideways. That's it. What are you saying, brother? You good?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Listen, wait, bro, what is wrong with this internet?
Yeah, the internet. Because I think you reckon because you're outside.
Listen, let me go find better internet. Listen, bear with.
No problem, bro. Anyway, let's
Bro.
go. Let's go to Taz real quick.
Is it? Sorry, is
Yeah.
it me that's lagging back?
Nah, you're not really lagging, bro.
Do I look?
Yeah. Like low key. Yeah, you're good now.
Cool.
You're good. Taz is not lagging. You know what I'm saying? No.
Cool.
Yeah, everyone seems to be all right still.
Cool. Maybe it's mine.
Yeah, man. You know what? Let me start with Prime. Tell me what you think of, obviously, United so far, and let's start with that.
What do I think of United?
Yeah, man.
They're 15th, innit? So I was there to say. No, United expected them to have a bad season, but I never thought they'd be this bad. And especially getting rid of Ten Hag, bringing in Amarim, being even worse. However, United find a way to turn up and perform in big games. I've been saying this for years about them. That's why I never treat playing Man United lightly. You know, Chelsea fans over the years have said, "Oh, it's the worst United team you've ever seen. We're gonna batter Man United," and it always ends up being a draw somehow. So I'm not looking forward to it. I don't think we're gonna beat them. But I don't know. We'll see. It's not going to be a better opportunity we're ever going to have to beat Man United.
What?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry, are you a Tottenham fan?
No. It's Chelsea, bro. So there's two Chelsea fans and two United fans, basically.
Oh, okay.
He was gonna cook you know.
Wait. Why would I be bro? Hey, Ahmed, don't ever disrespect me, bro. Why would I be a Tottenham fan?
No, man just thought, you know what? He probably thought that we brought you on just for like a Europa League thing. You know, recently everyone's just been bringing Tottenham fans on the thing, yeah, just to put them against United fans.
No.
You know what it
is? That's basically my thoughts on Man United. That regardless of people saying they're going to play kids and whatever, I'm still not going to treat them lightly for this game. We need to take this game seriously. If we think, oh, it's like a we can roll them over, we're not going to beat them. We have to be mentally prepared. And even though there's a lot on the line in terms of getting Champions League football and all of that, we have to treat this game seriously.
Yeah, 100%. Listen, I wanted to bring two United fans on there because I thought then it'd be a bit fair, innit? If you just get two United fans on Twitter. And I thought it's an opportunity to also speak to Ahmed, yeah, because I've watched a lot of your content, innit, over the time. Everyone cooks him, yeah, but he's one of the few people that knows ball, bro. You know what I'm saying? Bro, the players he calls trash are trash. But I wanted to tell you, first and foremost, Ahmed, you're right about Declan Rice, innit? You know, you've always been. Yeah, no one gives you the credit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because
Oh, it's the first time someone
Uh,
agree.
nah, bro. He's,
I mean, you're partly right about Declan Rice. Declan Rice is not shit.
no,
He's,
he's not. He's,
the,
I don't.
the,
I don't think
the,
he's like
the thing is right.
rubbish. But it's like,
The thing is right. This is what Arsenal fans do. They will overgas a player so people don't see them for what they truly are. Declan Rice, as a ball winner, I think he's world class. However, like he's not. When you start doing things like comparing him to Pedri and Camavinga and stuff like that's when you start going crazy because
yeah.
he's not those type of midfielders. The guy can't even play on a half turn. He's not that level of midfielder. However, as a ball winner, currently in world football, I think he is one of the best. And he's been what he's doing at Arsenal, he was also doing at West Ham, by the way. So it's like Arsenal haven't improved him to massive levels. He's just a consistent player, which is why they spent so much money on him anyway, to get that consistent level of a player. But Arsenal fans do what Arsenal fans do, and they all player and whatever. It's just but
But you know
that's
what's
what Rice
crazy?
is.
You
Yeah.
all can hear me.
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
hear.
yeah.
Listen, Declan Rice. They bought Declan Rice, right, for 105 million.
Yeah. 1 year left on his contract, by the way.
Huh?
He had 1 year left of his contract, by the way.
He had 1 year left in his contract. They splashed all that money for someone who's just ball winning. You do realize there's about a gazillion players who literally are good at ball winning. So if you're gonna buy a 100 mil player just to win the ball back, bro, Ugarte can do that, and I'm not even a fan of his like that.
Oh,
Do you get what I mean? You need to have more in your locker, yeah, for a 100 million pound player than just ball win. Look at Caicedo for Chelsea. He's a good example, right? He can ball win, and he can do much more. Like with Declan Rice, just like the brother said, he's not doing anything different than what he was doing at West Ham. And if anything, they bought him to be a number 6. They realised that he's better as an 8. You know, arriving late in the box, striking, set pieces. He's not a natural number 6, bro. Like, because at West Ham he was playing in a pivot, so he can't do this thing about he's a lone 6 and he can just start because his passing's not great. He takes too many touches. He's not a natural number 6, bro. Like, I don't get it with Declan Rice. I really don't. But people will bang on about the 2 free kicks he scored. So
You know what? Yeah, we set off a whole new thing. But listen, Ahmed, tell me about your thoughts about United because I've seen a few things and I know that I think you're hammering out and stuff like that. Yeah. So So yeah, tell me your thoughts about United and tell the people in the chat and stuff like that.
Yeah. Man United, listen, we're having a diabolical season, innit? Like, I'll be so honest with you. This season was always going to be a shambles the minute we didn't sack Ten Hag in the summer. So, as much as I was thankful that he got sacked, it was done way too late. Amorim's appointment, I had no idea who he was. I went up to it with an open mind, and the more I started watching him, the more I just disliked him and the way how he plays football. It's horrendous, it's boring, it's negative, and we lose so many games. I think what he's really good at, is that he's managed to convince the fan base that we don't really have any good players, which we do because all the players that we do buy, they came from good clubs. They were doing well at clubs. Look at De Ligt when he was at Bayern Munich, he was doing decent there. You know, Xerxes was making noise at Bologna. When you look at Lenny Yoro, he was touted by Real Madrid. The problem with Man United is that we've always bought good players, but we don't know what to do with them. So this is just like, it's an accumulation of bad management, bad results, and bad ownership. And when you combine the lot, you get 16th. Do you get what I'm saying? So even if we do win this Europa League, he should still get sacked. Like, a Europa League is not going to fix 90% of the problems that we're suffering in the league. So, because deep it, what's good winning a Europa League if next season you can't beat West Ham again? What's that Europa League going to do in the future? Like, we've won Europa Leagues with Mourinho. Do you get it? Like, we won it with him. So us winning a Europa League, it's going to be nice, 3 trophies in 3, but I want more than that. I want us to, play some good football in the Premier League, and also, develop these players that we have, because, bro, we've got a decent team. I'm not saying it's a world-class team, but it's way better than it's presenting right now. And, bro, we should be, I promise you, I'm looking at the top 6, top 8. There should be no reason why we're not up there. There should be no reason. Honestly speaking, like that's what I think, man. And yeah, bro, like I'm seeing him do so many interviews. He's talking about the same thing. Oh, Man United is no longer a big club, and we're starting to lose that fact. I'm just thinking to myself, this guy is he just chats a lot and he does nothing. He just talks, and we're regressing even more with him. So yeah, man.
I agree with you. You know, I agree with you.
Yeah.
That I feel like we all knew it was gonna be a mad job at United, but I still always said, yeah, that especially looking at it now, if he knew that he weren't gonna get any money in January,
Yeah.
he should have done better. Like he should have done what Tuchel done for us in terms of just
Yeah.
steadying the ship, getting results, and then trying to also win something, which is trying to do with the Europa. What we done with the Champions League, but you do it with the Europa League, if that even makes sense. So I'm gonna get a cup
Exactly.
running, and then it will help him because remember, you as a manager, you also need to get players on side. So getting results and stuff like that would have helped, innit? So if he just
Yeah.
played to his players' strength and just went to the end of the season and then got rid of the players he didn't like in the summer, and then starting to implement his system, whatever he wanted to do in the summer, I think it would have worked fine. But he's trying to force this whole I'm gonna do this my system my way, but then not playing certain players, saying he needs technical players, but then he's playing the ones that aren't technical. And bro, there's so many things that he's doing wrong. Put himself that I just keep telling you can't keep running with it. Like in terms of
even his talent ID, bro. So sorry, I don't want just to mention one more thing. Is that like, listen, we can all say that Antony is a flop, right? We can all say that he flopped at Man United. He cost too much money. He didn't perform. He had some glimpses here and there. Now I'm not saying if we had Antony, right, we would be cooking like crazy. But my thing is, that is not a coincidence that he's went to Betis, right? He went to Betis. He's joined a team where there are a lot more. Because I've seen a few games. I'm not going to pretend like I've seen loads. I've seen a few games. They keep the ball really well, Betis. They play to Antony's strengths. Isco and Antony, bro. Isco's played with class players, and he's saying Antony is a good player. Antony's not rubbish. He was just set up here to fail, if we're being honest. Just like how most of the players we buy, the likes of, we bought Pogba, we bought Sancho, we bought Di Maria, we bought all these players, and we set them up to fail, and we stop blaming the players, but we act surprised when they do well elsewhere. It make sense.
Yeah, I agree. Because obviously I heard about Antony when I used to live in Holland, and he used to play there, whatever. And people were saying, "Yo, listen, there's this player at Ajax, whatever." And I always knew that he was a bit more. He was a bit more of the entertaining. He liked to entertain a little bit. Whether he was very good at it, that's a different story. But he was good at it when he was at Ajax, innit? And we know that a lot of these Dutch players are more link-up players. Because I'm Dutch, innit? So I know, and I've played football in the Dutch system, so I kind of know that that's the kind of thing that they like doing. And bro, you look at I told a couple people on Northside's channel before that, yo, if Antony leaves, he'll do well at whichever club he goes to, especially when he was started to get linked to La Liga and stuff like that. And then people were laughing because remember, once you get painted a certain way in the league, the stain doesn't come off you. Like we've seen it with Sancho, we've seen it with some other players. Once they say you're rubbish, they make it look like wherever you go, you won't play in it. I just think I thought, you know what it is, when Amorim came in, I thought, you know what, it might be an opportunity for him to show something, and he just never gave him a chance, in my opinion. And I just thought he never really got a chance. And yeah, man, I thought he did not even remember. I think he played against Southampton, innit? Didn't he? He came on, played wing back or something, and then Ahmad scored a hat trick.
Yeah.
And I thought that would be like a beginning of maybe I'd see a bit more from him, but we never got to see anything else. Like he got benched and then he got sold straight away. I mean, he got loaned out straight away. And bro, it's like you don't know what else to expect. But you feel like he got rid of even Rashford. Yeah, I understand that. You know what, people kind of needed him gone from the club, whatever. But I thought if you know you're not gonna get money, just keep the players you have, work with what you have, and then you can get rid of all of them. Because then you have proof that okay, this guy doesn't work, this guy works, this guy doesn't work. Or you might see something. Maybe a player will end up performing that you were thinking of selling, and it will help you during the season, innit? But yeah, man. Taz, what do you think, man? Let me know your thoughts, bro.
Where to start, man? I mean, the fact that we're down below like Roddy Rich is crazy. Like I would not anticipate we're 16th and Spurs saving us, meaning we didn't go even lower, which is incredibly embarrassing. The fact that I haven't seen United win a Premier League game since like March, and the last guy to win in a Premier score in a United Premier League winning team was Garnacho and Hoyland. It says a lot, doesn't it? It says a lot.
Mhm.
And we've got Chelsea on Friday, and I'm just looking at it like I know we're gonna. I feel like we're gonna lose it low key. So like because I think Amrin's gonna. I hope Amrin does rest players in it, but I would be surprised if he starts like Bruno and well Ahmad, all those players, because I do not need these man getting injured before a Europa League final. I get why Ahmed's Amrin out. It does make sense. Like I can't more or less say you're in the wrong, this and that, because there's so many examples where Amram kind of has done it to himself, like playing Lenny Yoro in a match here against what West Ham, and then the guy gets injured after, I think it was that second half after playing what 90 minutes against Bilbao. First, he should have got arrested for that easily, but it's hard because the United fan base, right? I feel like they the United fan base is a massive issue in my opinion in it because I feel like they can't they always just stay on one point and they never like what's the word? They don't. Do you know when you say you're a manager in right, but
Yeah.
you can at least criticize what a manager does that you like a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
I feel like with a lot of United fans that are Amram in, they refuse to critique anything he does. So they think like he's the saint of all saints or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And whenever he does something incorrect, they pretend it doesn't exist. That's my only issue with United fans. They don't look at like everyone's point of view. They only look at their point of view and think it's the correct way. And then anyone that has a different opinion, they just demean it or they belittle it, and it's just like,
Yeah.
you just can't do anything about it, man. So that's
Yeah.
my issue, innit? United fan base, the way the teams run, the way the team plays, it's quite a lot, man. And I'd be surprised if I wouldn't be surprised if you lose the Europa League final, in my opinion. I would not be surprised.
I don't know. I mean, the way I've been seeing you lot play has been like it's weird, man. There's no structure and the three in the back system, the gap start in it, seeing him play like a left wing back, a right wing back, Kobe Mainoo in the 9, not playing Xerxes. When you know Hoyland, you just save him from himself, bro. You don't play him. You don't the excuse. You know how they make excuses and say, "Oh, but he's trying to get his
Oh my
wages
God.
up and stuff like that." Bro, what do you mean? What wages? I mean, sorry, his price tag, yeah, so that we can sell him, bro. Don't worry about his price tag. Save him from himself, yeah. Just keep him on the bench.
Bro, I saw someone say, yeah, if Hoyland was named Lukaku, yeah, the critics would have been a lot more different. Like Pogba, he was getting like pelters week in and week out, and he was actually one of our better players. So imagine someone like Hoyland, yeah, he's probably our worst player in the team,
Yeah,
barring Garnacho, gets positive reactions like, oh, but at least he tries, at least he's a fan of the club, at least he makes funny Instagram captions all the time, and he's friends with Mark Goldbridge. Like, it's just irritating because no one would be like, no, I don't know how Hoyland starts week in and week out. It's like, I don't know what he has. I generally don't know what he has in his contract, but it's crazy.
yeah, bro. Even me, man, I've been like surprised, and you know what it is, yeah. I remember when like seeing like what's his name? Seeing like all the old old people. Because my thing with the let's say the Xerxes thing was, yeah. I remember saying it. I think Prime was there. Remember when we were linked to Garnacho in January, and I was like, if we were forced to shop at United by force, we had to get someone from there. The only time I wouldn't have been angry is if we ended up we're linked to Xerxes, yeah. And everyone laughed because that was the period that he wasn't playing well. He got booed by Newcastle. Remember like by the
Yeah.
against Newcastle and all that. And people don't really understand the type of player he was in it. So, and then I was like, listen, bro, like the reason I said that was because he's a striker. We need a striker. You know, do you get what I'm saying? Just we
Yeah,
need a forward, and if you get linked to a forward, it makes sense. Why are we we all wanted a striker, yeah? Why are we getting linked to left wingers? Do you get what I'm saying? That was
Oh,
part of
yeah.
the reason, yeah. But it was like you got players that are just there, and even with Ten Hag, that game, the first game of the season when he played him, yeah, he tried to play him the way you would play Hoyland, which is like a running behind striker. But how'd you expect that? How'd you expect him to do well if you don't really know his qualities. And the United fans, in my opinion, didn't know Xerxes' qualities because, to be fair, they didn't really watch him at Bologna. So a lot of people just heard we're linked to a striker, the striker's coming, and then they expected him to be something that he's not, if that even makes sense. Do you get it? So they saw, you know
Okay.
what, if he's a 9, he's tall, he probably headed the ball, whatever, and then they realized that when he watched him play, he was like, yo, he's slow, or he's not this, or he's not that. It's almost like they were just reacting to it, but they were expecting a Hoyland
Yeah.
just tall and black, bro.
If anything, he's probably
And then
been
it
our
didn't
best
end up
defender.
being that. It didn't end up being that. So they ended
Yeah.
up turning on him instead of saying, yo, maybe the manager's not playing him the way he should, or not putting the players around him that would show the best out of him. Do you get what I'm saying? And
Yeah. He's a baller though. As a 10, he's brilliant as a 10 in my opinion. I'd rather play him as a 10, but I mean, you're paying us 5 mil for Mr. Sancho, so that guy is a potential 10 if Amorim still wants him.
yeah, I'll take it.
Odds on.
Me.
Odds
I think I'm pretty sure before you came in, me and Prime were talking about that. We said even if he doesn't end up staying, even though I like Sancho a lot. Before he came to Chelsea, all of that. Nah. But I thought even if he ends up leaving, we can make a profit on that. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if he was
Yeah.
rubbish, we would react. If he was trash, we would have reacted the same way. Yeah, like we when they got linked to Garnacho to Sancho news, innit? So it wouldn't have mattered to us. Does that make sense? That's how we were looking at it, bro. Yeah, man. Now, how about this? Yeah, tell me, Prime, what are you thinking currently about Chelsea, man? Do you think especially after what happened against Newcastle? Yeah. What is your top 4 hopes, top 5 hopes, whatever it is? What do you expect to happen in the next couple of games?
I back us to still get Champions League football. I've been saying this for like a month now.
Yeah.
I'm not worried because I understand that we're not consistent and stuff, right?
Yeah.
But I look at the teams around us and they're not consistent either.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we'll just end up getting it by default. So there's that. But regardless, I don't like relying on other teams to do our job for us.
Yeah.
We do have to beat Man United. However, we also had to beat Newcastle, and I thought that Newcastle game going into it that we'd actually win that game and draw this one. And to be fair, with the chances that we created against Newcastle, particularly in the second half, if we had an actual striker, I think we win that game still, like 2-1, 3-1, and no one's talking about how bad the first half was.
Yeah. I hear
But
it.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, we'll like. It's what we'll still get Champions League football. In terms of going forward in the summer and transfers and stuff like that, yeah, that's probably going to be a bit long.
Yeah, I hear it. What who do you think is gonna play up front on the upcoming
I
United?
think Sancho can't play, right? He's
Nah.
because of the loan.
He's loaned.
So I think it's going to be.
Because I was thinking more Neto. I think he might do a Neto. I don't know if Guiu's back. Is Guiu back?
No,
Yeah, so he might.
I think it's either Neto or Tyreek George up front,
Yeah.
and the other one on the wing, Madueke and Palmer. However, if he I think we have to start Reece James in this game. So do you then do Reece in midfield, Caicedo, Enzo pivot, or Caicedo, Lavia pivot, Enzo in like the 10, quote unquote, Palmer on the right, Madueke off the left, and Neto up top? I would like to see that person. I don't think he's going to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, but listen, sometimes the manager just doesn't do what you want, innit? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you look at the team sheet, because I don't think he trusts Tyreek George that much to start him, even though this game might be almost perfect to see him start, yeah? I don't know, man.
But
I don't see
it's
him
not
starting.
about trusting. We don't. Sancho can't play. Jackson's suspended. We don't have other options. So he would have to play.
Wait, don't you have a Conference League final though the week after, no?
Mm-hmm.
That's next week.
So he's not gonna need to rest players.
No.
No. Our Conference League finals the week after. Sorry.
Oh no, you got time. You got time then.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So this is why we're looking, because it's a good thing for us that they've put it the week after, innit? Because that means we have good rest and we just go there and just cook, innit? Because we need goals. I just need the
Yeah.
3 points. You know, I can't lie to you.
And,
Like in this stage of the
and-
season, I'm not looking at can we score 6 and 5 and whatever. Like for me, it's just just win me the game and pick up the 3 points
bro,
and keep moving.
if
Bro.
we beat Man United, bro, we haven't beaten United properly in a very long time. If we
Bro, you
beat
beat us
Man
last
United-
season.
I don't care. I don't care, bro. We could have lost that 4-3. I don't care about that game.
This is
Imagine
what I'm
Mount.
saying, bro. Last minute, and you know what annoyed us? Yeah, a lot of Chelsea fans, and I think Prime maybe feels the same. Yeah, that game, that 4-3 game, I was more annoyed that it was like a basketball game when we were supposed to be the better team. Like, but that was one of my main issues. Yeah, about the whole Poch thing. It was more freestyling. It was just run
Yes, I hate
around. It's similar to what like Ange does. Just press, and just get the ball back, attack kind of thing, innit? And if that doesn't work, there's no other plan. The players they don't really know. There's no patterns of play, whatever. It just everyone does what they want on the pitch, and then if that doesn't work, that's it. You lose the game, innit? And you like were good at counter attacking. So the minute we were losing the ball, if you said long ball, boom, goal. I remember even when Anthony, innit, he done that outside of the boot thing.
Oh yeah.
To Garnacho. So it's like it's easy, innit? So you just end up conceding quick. So yeah, man.
I wanna-
United's been one of them teams that we just haven't had the greatest luck against, man.
Bro, neither do we.
Even when even if you look at the last game, we were thinking, yeah, man, hopefully Ten Hag stays, we can get the W, all of that. Then he got sacked, he got Van Nistelrooy.
Bro, you sacked him before our game as well, bro.
We knew it, and then
Bro.
manager bounce. We thought maybe no manager. Look at Amorim now, no manager bounce.
Complete
you know,
opposite.
But if we got Van Nistelrooy with the little manager bounce, you know what I mean? He still couldn't do
Bro,
it.
United have done that twice to us now. Because when you sacked Ollie, you sacked him like before you played us as well. Because
No, but we didn't-
it was
didn't
Carrick
beat
was
you,
in
though.
charge. No, you didn't beat
Uh,
us, but you had a manager bounce against us. You guys had Carrick.
Oh, that was Sancho's first goal. You know that game was
Yeah.
Sancho's first goal for United. That was crazy.
Jorginho slipped.
Yeah, man. I look at Tasman. He's saying, "Oh, the good times."
Man.
Yeah.
Wait, what
yeah,
do you mean
back
those are the
when,
good times? I was getting cooked. I was getting
back
cooked
when-
during these times.
Back when Chelsea were Champions League winners, bro.
Yeah,
That's
the
your
real
good
good times.
times.
Yeah,
You had General Mason Mount on your team, innit? Those were the good old days.
Yeah, now you have Manchester Mount in your team.
It's not that bad. I mean, but besides the injuries, it's not as bad compared to a lot of players in our team, innit?
All right, he's not bad. Cool. Yeah, you've let the brace fool you. I hear it, bro.
he hasn't fully embraced.
nah.
That's
Well,
why. Hey,
sure.
Arsenal fans said that about Havertz for 2 years. He's not that bad. You'll see.
Mate, Arsenal fans still gas up Kai Havertz anyways.
Yes, they do.
I said they do. I said they still do.
Yeah, and United.
I
fans,
seen
you guys
Hooks.
are gonna
I
get
seen
down.
Hooks. I seen Hooks gas him up today.
I
Because someone
you guys
asked
know
him.
stuff.
So Aaron asked him today. He said to him, the Arsenal fan, he said to him, "Yo, do you think Kai Havertz is worth 250 grand a week or 280, whatever he's on now?" And he's like, "Well, me personally, yeah." You know, Hooks. He was like, "Me personally, yeah. I don't think it's bad that he's on 60 grand or two whatever, because once we bring in Gyökeres, he'll be on more, and then this guy will be on more. When we give
Oh my
Declan Rice a new contract, he'll be on more, and then basically Havertz will be going from the highest paid player to down. You get it? He's gonna kind of go slightly down the pecking order, so it might not be as bad as we think." I'm like, brother, just say he was poor, bro. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Just say it.
You know it's the 1 year anniversary, right? Of North London United.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
seen
Arsenal
Lee
fans and
live
Tottenham
earlier.
fans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I seen. Yeah.
Like, what a day.
Man said our heritage runs at higher frequencies than Chelsea's. That's why you man don't win against us. Your thing's
Alright,
all
bro,
60
whatever you
hertz.
say, Bro,
Yo,
hey,
PTM, you know.
you're a United fan. You're forgetting that you're acting as if when you guys had that old fraud in charge, we weren't battering you guys. Don't do this, man.
Do you know what?
Oh,
Look,
the old
as
fraud.
much as I can't gas up United right now, and it's pretty hard to.
Yeah.
bro.
I
When you
hear
guys had that, when you had that old Scottish fraud in charge of your club, we battered you guys. so
Whoa,
bad.
whoa. Chill
Yeah,
out,
yeah,
man.
you can't prime moving like Igao a couple of days ago, you know?
Oh, that.
I was doing like
Wait,
Igao.
wait.
You,
Igalo, what did he do?
you know,
Bro,
so he does a show, I think, A-listers, isn't it, with Lewis?
yeah.
Yeah.
And basically what happened was, yeah, he turned on. Basically, he got rattled. You know when Igao usually doesn't raise his voice and he shouts at that. He started shouting.
Yeah.
He went for like he started cussing everyone and that. And then he said, "Yo," he said something about yeah, he was annoyed about this Tifo thing.
Oh, that.
And he was
Yeah,
basically
yeah,
saying
yeah.
he thought it was disrespectful because basically he said he was disrespectful because he put him on a dress. That's what annoyed him. It's not the fact that it says bridesmaid on there. It doesn't 0
It's just
stars.
dress.
All of
Yeah.
that. It basically he got annoyed because he was like it's disrespectful putting on the dress. And then he went for Schmeichel because he said that he's a control freak. Arteta's a control freak and that. And he was like, "Why Ferguson was controlling what you man do in the bedroom?" You know? Well, forget what on the pitch.
How does Igalo know that?
It's on.
I think
It was
maybe because
correct.
it was a thing, innit? It may have been a thing before.
Oh, was that a thing where, like Fergie said, you guys couldn't smash before games?
I
Like
can't
a
even.
Yeah.
before games?
Oh yeah. That
Yeah,
kind of
but
thing.
that's not just a that's like
Yeah.
like
Prime just disappeared. Man. listen.
Fergie heard what he said in it when you're on that. That's enough. That's enough.
As soon as Ahmed heard Fergie, he turned up. Yeah, what man said he just
I
disappeared.
know Ahmed's put on some tweet saying Amram out on Rasi was gone in it, triggering every United fan as usual.
You're back, bro.
yeah.
Oh, that's funny, that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Listen, bro. He started waving.
Yeah.
Listen, man said our prime. So basically, TTM said our heritage runs higher than Chelsea's. That's why you man don't win against us. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not really sure about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, for me, I know that my biggest issue is gonna be as long as we don't make stupid mistakes and take our
Bro,
chances.
United
we
winning
should be
Europa
alright.
doesn't. United winning Europa doesn't mean Chelsea get Europa. Like we'll still be fine. 5th place gets Champions League regardless of what you man do in your final.
It'll be what 6 in champ. Yeah, it'll be 6 teams.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of Europa, right? Ahmed Taz, actually big up Ahmed because I don't think we've been on stream before. Big up, bro.
Big
I
up,
watch you
bro.
on I watch you on Hour. Big fan of the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Big up, man.
You know, what you guys do to Hamza. Listen, Hamza's my guy. When he cooks Arsenal, he's my guy. But
Yeah. When he cooks
regardless,
Arsenal, you know, what I
um,
realized. You know, so sorry, Prime. Yeah, I realized the thing with Hamza is I like Hamza, innit? He's funny, whatever.
Yeah.
I love when he cooks anyone. As soon as he cooks my club, yeah, I realize why everyone hates him. You know, the minute he starts cooking your club, you're like, yo, nah, man, not today, bro. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but
Not today.
even Hamza, when he cooks Chelsea, it's not genuine because he loves doing the whole Blue Brothers thing, so he can't even cook us that badly.
Yeah.
But regardless, with United, right? I've been having this conversation for like 2 weeks, and people seem to disagree with me. But I think that if you guys lose your final alongside finishing like 15th or 16th, wherever you guys finish, I think you guys are gonna do what we did 2 years ago and have like a mass clear out of bad players and actually build again properly. As opposed to if you guys win your final, you guys will do what you did last year, where it will be spun into a positive with Amarin, and you won't get rid of bad players like an Onana or a Hoyland or a Garnacho, etc. They'll still be part of your spine in your team. And you guys being in Champions League next year in the league phase, you're gonna have an even worse season next year. That's what I personally think. Because people are telling me that with Champions League money you'll be able to spend. But you're Man United, you guys, I've seen you guys spend big money when you're not playing Champions League. You guys got Pogba while you were in Europa. I've seen you guys always spend money regardless of the situation. But I think being in Champions League will mean that you'll keep some of your bad players in the spine because, you know, people will spin it like, oh, Hoyland's not that bad. He bagged in the final. Onana kept a clean sheet in the final. He's not that bad. Let's take one more year. I think you're going to do that shit. So do you guys disagree with me or agree?
I
It
actually
doesn't take long, yeah.
Make
Sorry,
it
it doesn't take much to, like I said earlier, it doesn't take much to impress the fan base, right? I'll tell you why. If you look at Garnacho, for instance, yeah, we know he's rubbish. We know he's been stinky for 2 years, right? But I promise you, if that guy was bagging, if he bagged 5 games in a row, yeah, but he was playing rubbish, they'll be like, oh, but at least he's scoring goals. It really doesn't take much because this fan base, for the longest year, is that because we've not won anything major in so long, and everything that was unacceptable 7 years ago is acceptable now. So this is why it's dangerous that when your club's not winning anything major, Premier League or Champions League, or not even at least challenging, yeah, it's very detrimental to the club, to the fan base, and it just stems everywhere. Like the culture of the club, they'll be used to losing. There's no pressure from the fan base, and when there is pressure, it's only when it's convenient. When it's popular to cook the ownership, they do it. But I promise you, yeah, if we lose the Europa League final, you do realize that this fan base, they're going to be angry in the moment, but give them a few Cunha transfer links and Delap, they'll go. I promise you, they'll go back to square one. I know them very well, yeah. I know them very well.
Yeah,
So-
no, but the reason why I asked this is like I'm not even necessarily just talking about like I know your fans, they're wild lads. I like Chelsea fans, they're the same. Yeah, I say this all the time. I hate Chelsea fans, so I agree with having a dumb fan base. But I'm talking about your ownership because
yeah,
I don't trust Ineos. I think they're
Neither.
quite similar to the Glazers, and I look at what you guys did back in the summer, and I look at it as a very Glazer thing to do to keep a failing manager for another year. You've given him all this big money to spend.
yeah.
When you're not in Champions League, if you guys win Europa, you'll be in Champions League. So that means because the trend with United over the last 10 years or so is you spend big to get back in Champions League, but once you get in Champions League, you don't spend big again, or at least you don't spend properly again.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it's just this up and down
Wait.
cycle. So I think
And
that's going to happen.
You know what? No, do you know what? The Glazers, you'd be surprised. They've sacked quite a few managers for finishing not in the top 4. I mean, Van Gaal got sacked after winning the FA Cup. Moyes got
Yeah,
sacked in
but
his first
that's my
season.
no, Taz. That's my point, though. You sacked because you guys were trying to get back in Champions League.
Yeah.
So you did the right things trying to get back there. So that's why I'm saying if you guys don't win Europa, you'll do what's required to build properly to get back into it. But if you win Europa, you'll be in Champions League and you continue with the same up and down.
But that's the
yeah,
problem,
okay.
though. That's the problem with the ownership here. They only start to become serious when it's really, really, really bad. A good ownership will carry on doing its business, yeah, regardless of bro. Like Man City. Obviously, they've won treble and they've won big trophies this season. They're not having a great season, but they're still going to finish the top 4 and then FA Cup final is actually not a great season for Pep Guardiola for his standards. That's not good.
Yeah.
It's really not good. So it pains me to see a tin pot club like Man City. I don't like Man City. I live in Manchester. I really don't like Man City. Yeah, I really don't like them. Yeah, I don't like them because they just spawned out of nowhere and they've just hit the jackpot in it. And fair play to them. I would take that as well. So I'll be a hypocrite if I say I wouldn't take their ownership.
Wait,
But then again, I don't want to be charged.
What? Not this ownership, but like, what did you think of Chelsea, like under Roman? Did you hate us as well?
No, no. With Chelsea, I've never hated. I mean, I've never hated Chelsea like that. I don't really have any. I don't really have hatred towards them. Like when we come across you, I'm gonna want my team to win. Obviously, I don't have any hatred. Like the teams that I really dislike, is this in order? It's Liverpool, Arsenal, City. Like Liverpool will always be number 1 for me, like in terms of hatred.
Yeah.
And Arsenal and this.
So you respect us because I feel the same way about United. Like I know a lot of Chelsea fans hate United, but I don't. I
respected you when you was on the Roman, yeah.
Yeah, I
I grew
respected
up-
what you guys were doing. I respect the competition.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
grew up with challenging with Chelsea though. Like for every
Yeah.
time it was like 2009, 2011. It was always between you and us, innit? Like
Yeah.
Drogba scoring in 2010. So I didn't dislike you lot, but I always knew it was always between us and you lot when it came to winning leagues. And then City came along and it kind of changed, more or less.
Bro, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I agree with what Taz is saying. And also, TTM is making such a good point. They only sack... Think about it. If you're only basing your decision on how the fans feel about the manager, then you are an incompetent owner. Because deeper, yeah, you're getting paid millions to make tough decisions, and you're basing it off how the fans is going to react. So let's say for instance, that's why they didn't sack Ten Hag in the FA Cup, because they thought of it like this: they just came in. If they sacked him straight away, they know the fans would be fuming. But they should have. I would have respected them so much more if they did that. But the more they've stayed, yeah, the less respect I have for them and the less trust I have with them. Because what have they showed me? Okay, they've showed me some decent recruitment. That recruitment that we've had last season in the summer should be the norm. We should be having a window like that every season. We can't be. This is the problem. You can't compare Ineos to Glazers. You have to compare Ineos, yeah, with the likes of who's winning the big trophies with the Man Cities. That's who you have to compare them to the Liverpools, like to the Chelseas if they start to become serious again. This is who you compare. You don't compare to Glazers. Glazers is awful. It's like saying it's like trying to compare. Oh, but trying to compare Amorim and Ten Hag, two arses of the same cheek, literally. Like both of them is bad. Like just because one was worse than the other, yeah, doesn't mean that the other decision wasn't correct. So it's an accumulation of so many bad things. Honestly speaking, and someone said when I see transfer news, yeah, this is how I feel. Oh, we're gonna get a good player. Yeah, we'll see how he does. Yeah, because we bought so many good players, and how often do they turn out to be good? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, okay, Cunha comes in, Delap comes in. They're better than Hoyland and Garnacho, yeah, first of all, which is not really difficult. We're probably going to win a tiny few more games, but there's still going to be issues with the football. You can't, like, you have to improve the system before you buy players. Do you get it? It's like trying to get all the decorations of the house, but you've got no base to build off. You have to have the base. You've got no base. We're just trying to do the icing on the cake signings, just like we did with Pogba and Di Maria and all these things, but with no plan. So that's my frustration where it stems from. But yeah.
Yeah. Bro, I've always said, man, that like with United, like you said, it's about building the base. And I thought maybe this manager comes in and solidifies the base and then sees what else he needs and then he can add that in it.
Yeah.
If you're gonna tear it down, you have to tear it down fully, properly, innit?
Yeah.
And this is the thing, like I don't know, I'm not sure. I mean, you haven't. It's not, I wouldn't say, I wouldn't say that the players you've been linked with recently, especially this January, like this upcoming transfer window, is a bad thing. But I still, you don't even know how much money you're gonna have here to end up getting the players. How many players are you gonna get? Are they gonna? Is that the players you really need right now? Because remember, they kept saying you need a left wing back, but then you played him at right wing back. When you got him. Now they're saying, you know what? Maybe he isn't really. Maybe he isn't really ready to play consistently. That's what some people are saying. So that's the play that you bought that you needed at the time, but it's not working out. So you have to almost think about getting someone else. I don't know, and I still don't understand why Luke Shaw's there. You know what I'm saying? I know we have Chilwell, so I get that, but it's like, bro, I don't know what he's, and especially if you're in a situation where you don't have money, yeah, or let's just say the money's low and it's to spend or whatever. How are you paying that guy $350 a week or whatever it is, yeah, and he's just sitting at home, bro? Like he's just literally getting massages and that physiotherapist, whatever, and he's going home, like. And then you could have used that money for something else. If you can mutually agree to cut his contract or whatever, yeah, and he can go, because he knows he's been sitting at home for years now. It's not like a recent thing where he's just injured recently, innit? So you just TTM said maybe Luke Shaw's a tax write-off for the club.
Oh my god.
But I said it's a car, you know. You know when people get company cars and just write it off. That's it. Like the new
Did you
electric
see,
cars you can get.
Apparently, Sir Jim Ratcliffe said United are not having. If you win Europa, you're not having a trophy parade. You're gonna have a barbecue.
Bro, why do I want a bus parade?
It's always bro.
Yeah, I read about that. Apparently they're not gonna
I'm
do
being
bus
like,
parades.
they're gonna fund the Luke Shaw's food, bro.
Yeah, man's
Mate.
getting free food as well, you know.
Free food.
Yeah, bro, that's
mad.
crazy. But
That's
yeah,
mad.
there's a lot that needs to improve. I don't know personally if I don't, from what I've seen from United, I wouldn't trust the manager either because I don't know. I don't know what's in his mind. Like I don't know what he's thinking or what he's trying to do. Then he's somehow booked up all the Sky Sports interviews that he can get, especially the sit down ones. And then
Yeah.
every week there's one where he's just sitting down and he's just pouring out his emotions like it's some kind of
Therapy.
therapy session, bro. And I'm thinking like, how about he always seems to. It's almost like he's saying the right things, but he's not doing it on the pitch. Sometimes he says we're bad, we need to do better, we need to attack more, and then you go watch the game, you don't attack as much. Does that make sense? Or you're not playing the players that will
Yeah,
help
but-
him attack. Then I'm looking at the lineup, bro. There's 7 defenders in the lineup. How could you have 7 defenders in a 3 in the back, yeah? Like, especially the wing backs and that, and then you expect like the wing backs are going to be more defensive minded because they defend this first, if that even makes sense. If you put attackers in wing back, their first thought is going forward, isn't it? So you'd be a bit more attacking. His thing is just he's putting like Mazraoui or the them man a wing back, and it's almost
Why does he not try Garnacho there? And again,
Oh
like
no.
because no, but hear me out. Because my thing is, I understand people say managers need their own players, whatever, but like sometimes you need to get the best out of what you currently have until you can get to a point where you can start moving players on. And when I look at him playing Mazraoui at wing back, which just doesn't work, he tried Dallo there, which also doesn't work.
Mhm.
Because your wing backs need to be able to get up and down, but they also need like attacking quality and attacking intent. I get it that Garnacho is not good, but at least he's someone who will stay wide and can actually get forward and beat his man.
Yeah, he
When
has
you
all that
defend
space, and his mindset is usually going forward first, so he will carry the ball. Just let him run
Yeah.
on that wing the whole time. He
Like,
does it
'cause
anyway.
Garnacho, you play him in the 10, but then he ends up drifting out wide and standing on Dorgu's toes. So you might as well just play him out wide anyway, and then you can play like a Bruno in the 10 or an Ahmad in the 10 instead of playing him at wing back.
Mhm.
I'm just saying, at least, again, I'm not saying it's perfect, but what you currently have, it probably would work better. No?
Do you think?
I think with
Do you think so?
if we
Ahmed?
played Garnacho as a wing back and then we played Bruno as a 10, like the thing is, yeah, because bro, they're both rubbish.
Bruno in the
Oh,
10's
that's-
haram, bro. Listen, just play him deeper, bro. It's
I'm not even
Uh,
saying it should be Bruno in the 10. Maybe like Ahmad and
but
Zertsky in the 2 10s or
No, I understand, but you know what the problem is, yeah.
Mhm.
Like you know how you touched upon like the wing backs that they're defensively minded, they need to be up and down,
Yeah.
right?
yeah.
So we can all see that Diallo is our best player, correct? He's our best player and he's
Yeah.
our most talented player, right? And he's probably going to do
Yes.
something out of nothing yet. Why do you have Diallo? I don't care if he fits that winger back nonsense, bro. I can't stand that formation. I can't stand that position as well. Like I dislike that formation. I know other managers can. I know like you've got
Alonso.
you've got Alonso, you've got the Intergaffer as well. But even like, I just don't like it. Yeah, I just don't like it. I just bring back the 4-3-3 in it. Like that's what I like.
I thought you
But,
were gonna say bring back the 4-4-2. But yeah, I hear it. Yeah, you
No,
just
it's
simple.
just like it's annoying because you've got he plays Garnacho in the 10, he plays Bruno in the 10. You've got our most technical player doing defensive duties. I watched that West Ham game and I watched the goal that we conceded. Kudos when he crossed it in, and then I think it was Bowen who tapped it in. I can't
Yeah.
remember who tapped it
I
in.
think it's
I
Bowen.
saw Diallo defending. He put his whole body on the line. I'm like, this manager has got Diallo doing right wing back duties. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. I watched games here when he played against Southampton when Anthony came on and they allowed Diallo to go further up and he scored a hat trick. Man City, yeah, he was cooking throughout the whole game. He was further up every time. You know, Amorim himself came out in an interview saying, you know, Diallo, when I like him to play further up the pitch, he's more of a threat. That's why, and I'm like, hold on, yeah, and I'm like, yeah, swear, really, you want to do that, yeah?
Did he say that recently about Kobe Mainoo? Remember, he said
He said
He can play-
Kobe,
he
said
has
Kobe
good
Mainoo,
feet or
wow.
certain technical ability, and he can
Yeah,
play in
he
the
said-
10 or something like that.
Bro, he said about Kobe Mainoo, wow, he's really good further up. No shit, Einstein. Did you not know that?
Why are you playing him in the double pivot, mate?
I played Casemiro as well. He had them dropped. He had them dropped for the longest. I remember when Ruud came in, he played Casemiro and Ugarte against Leicester. As a pairing, they were solid. They were solid, bro. Did the job defensively. If one goes up, one can cover. If vice versa, right? This guy had dropped Casemiro because he doesn't fit his system.
Yeah.
who actually fits his system? None of them actually fit his system. So clearly, yeah, it's not a player issue. It's a system issue. Guy dropped Casemiro for the longest. and then played Kobe with Ugarte, Ericsson with this, so many different combinations, and realized that, wow, Casemiro actually offers so much more to the team. No shit, like this guy, is so slow. Like he's honestly so slow. Like none of us have coaching badges. None of us are saying, bro, I'm not claiming that I know everything. I don't know anything about football. I cannot break down the game. I'm not flipping Sky Sports here. But I can tell you, that player should be playing there. That player should be playing there and play this formation and get the best out of it. It's really not difficult. It's not difficult, bro. Like it's really not hard. And he's trying to overcomplicate simple things. He's coming out and saying all the right things, like you said, and then he's doing the opposite. Like even when I always compare the football under Oli. We had great players like the Pogbas, the Martials. Obviously, I'm not a fan of Rashford, but he was more on form, than in comparison to now. You had Greenwood as well, so we had better players, but it still wasn't enough because Oli was relying on them so much. Where there were certain games where we needed to actually rely on the system, and then he didn't have that. He was just letting them play. So we wasn't good under Oli. Under Ten Hag, we got battered by every team. I was like, wow. We got battered by every team. With Amorim, it's like we're not getting battered, but we're losing consistently, and we're not really looking good on the pitch. Like it's negative. Like there's nothing attack. I just want a manager. I'm so simple. Get me an attacking manager who plays to the strengths of the players that you've got, who are the technical ones, your Diallos and Kobe, and just watch how we score goals. Honestly, Kobe's got 0 goals, under Amorim. He was bagging goals for Ten Hag, and Ten Hag was rubbish.
Didn't he score in
Scored on
Europa?
Lyon, no?
Yeah.
No, in the Premier League. Sorry,
okay.
in the Premier League.
Yeah.
But Ahmed, you think with Dallo coming back, you think Ahmad will put in that tender? Because there's no way Dallo is going to be dropped from a wing back.
Isn't he injured though throughout the whole season? Or is he coming back?
It's back training apparently. Saw a picture of him on the grass.
Well, there you go. I mean, you never know, innit? Like, if he play, I can see him coming as a right wing back, and then Dogu left wing back, and then Diallo who'll probably play in the 10. But still, man, like, it's just even Dallo and Mazraoui, they're not wing backs. Like, I'm not joking yet. It's like on the Ten Hag, we was getting bantered and like we was just getting battered. It was depressing. But when I watch Amorim, it's like nothing's happening. By the way, we conceded. Oh, okay. Nothing happens. Like
also your club, right? Because this is another question I have for my club as well.
Yeah.
What is with Ineos? What is your actual club like philosophy? In terms of how you guys want to play? What's your style? Because while I heard with United fans when you got Amorim was, and even now I still hear Amorim system. Wait until Amorim gets his players. Amorim's way of playing. If you guys go and spend all this money on wing backs who can't play in a back four, but they can't play as forwards. You spend all this money on center backs who are comfortable playing in wide areas, but they cannot play in a back two. You spend money on midfielders who can't play in a 3-man midfield. You spend all these money on 10s who can't play as wingers and they can't play as a 9. Like the next manager that comes in has to be someone who plays with a back 3 or a back 5 in order for it to work, or else you're gonna have to do another rebuild, because even though the players you might have might be quality, they might not suit playing a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1. Like
that's why you shouldn't. So basically, you're saying, even if we back Amorim, the next guy might not play a back 3, so it's dangerous because you need another rebuild.
Yeah,
that's why I think
because the life cycle of managers nowadays is like 2-3 years, like realistically. So even if Amorim unless you're like an Arteta, but like. So even with Amorim, even if you bring in all these quality players, but Amorim doesn't work, the next guy that comes in, like you guys can't go for like a Zidane or like a Pep, because they don't play with a back 3. You need to bring in a manager that plays with a back 3. And how many quality managers play a back 3? There's only
2.
Inzaghi and Alonso. And Gasperini, if you want to put him in there, there's only 3.
Glasner, he plays a back 3 for Palace, but obviously that's lower down.
Glasner, yeah. So it's like, and would United fans be okay with getting? I mean, maybe you guys would. You guys gas up anything, to be fair. But like in reality, it's like your club is not. Are you guys actually building properly for what you want? And I look at the same at Chelsea. It's like it doesn't make sense for me going from Potter to Maresca in terms of the style of play. That doesn't make sense. So that's why I'm against getting rid of Maresca, because the next guy that comes in is going to be another young manager that plays a different style, meaning like Gusto was the best fullback in the league last year, and now he looks awful. So the next guy that comes in, like maybe Jackson will look amazing, but like Enzo, who's been pretty good this year, he might look awful. You know what I mean? It's going to be another big contrast where we have to learn something else, and it's like it's just there's no consistency. You can't build consistency to going that way.
No, I agree with that. I agree with what you said. But
Right, and then Ashworth getting sacked. What do you guys think of that?
Mate, if he was the one that kept Ten Hag, then hell yeah, he should have got sacked. I mean, what did Ashworth want?
Didn't Ashworth want what's his name?
Southgate.
Southgate to set like a philosophy or something?
No, I think he was because Ashworth was friends with Southgate from the FA. Reports more or less they combined it all together, thinking Southgate was linked to the United job. But I think Ashworth was like a fan of Ten Hag. Like he was a massive fan of Ten Hag, and and Barada was just doing all the footballing decisions. So
yeah, all I'll say is if this was Southgate doing this, United fans would have pitchforks out. But because it's Amorim, he's the Moncler Mourinho, you know, he wears a suit and blazer and he looks professional, looks amazing.
Jacobs.
So so he can look away with it, bro. He wears skinny jeans or whatever. He can get away with it, like because he's coming out and saying, "Oh, you know, we're bad, we're awful. This is the worst United." Because he's saying all the bad things with the wrong United. People are saying that, "Oh, he's exposing the club." But when it was Ronaldo doing it, Ronaldo's a problem.
Ralph Rangnick did it, and I wanted Ralph Rangnick to stay.
Yeah,
Ralph Rangnick was actually good. So look how quick Ralph Rangnick done his thing when he stayed. You could see the difference in his football from early. So it was like this is the one thing that bugs me the most, about the United situation. Like every time I speak to a United fan, they tell me the manager hasn't got his players yet. You know, I'm like, bro, there's not a lot of managers that have their own players. Ancelotti ain't got his own players.
Bro,
Hansi
I
Flick
look
ain't
at
got his own
Inzaghi
players.
at Milan. No one, Mkhitaryan's like 40 years old, bro.
I spoke to the
Acerbi-
offside. Yo, I spoke to the offside. Dumfries was 13 million. Acerbi was 4, I think.
Bro,
Summers,
and
that
no one's
Summers
taking-
guy,
no
that
one's
Summers guy
taking
is 6 million,
Dumfries,
you know.
bro.
6
They got
million
Dum-
euros
Bro,
for
you know,
Summers, bro.
Dumfries was linked to us in 2021 when we won the Champions League.
Yeah.
I didn't want him at my club. I still don't want him. He's not that great. You have Thuram and Martinez. They're not that great either. Mkhitaryan's like 40. Acerbi's an old man.
Barella's
Çalhanoğlu's a flop. Like, but yeah, he's able to make it work.
Yeah. Look I think Ahmed might remember. Remember when Hamza was taking the mick out of George Moore saying you only get loan players. You only get remember you get only like loan players and all this. And he was like, bro, and you look at the team and you see how it makes it
There
work.
was an episode Hamza threw money. I was like, here, money.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and this is what I'm trying to say. That if you look at what Inzaghi's doing with the amount of money that he's getting, and even some of the players that we were calling probably was like a Mkhitaryan and stuff like that. He's running more than I've seen him run when he was playing for Arsenal and that, like on the pitch, and he's older now. So, that's just my thing's always been just get the most out of the players you got, and then let's say if they were hitting a ceiling of let's say 8th or 9th, and you were saying, you know what, he's getting the best out of them, we can't get anything else out of this group of squad of players, whatever. You can kind of say, okay, you know what, it's not on him now because he's working with what he has. This is what he kind of get out of them. But then if he's looking around and he's not even, he looks like he's not even trying. It's literally every time you go out, he's vibing on the pitch. Random, he just wakes up, does something random, works, it doesn't work, and he always takes off a defender. I don't know what. I think it's him that just keeps on taking like a defender or something during the game, and then he just walks off, and you just think, bro, you lost again.
Yeah, because it's like if you can't get the best out of what you currently have, and fine, people can tell me United what they have isn't amazing, but at the start of the season when I said United would be like 7th or 8th, people looked at me like I was crazy. So it's like no one expected to be like 16th or 15th, particularly with Amorim. So if you can't get the best out of what you currently have, then who's to say that when I do give you what you want, that you can get the best out of them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's the big thing. Like if you're in almost in relegation with, say, a Garnacho and a Hoyland and a Bruno and whatever, who's to say if I get you the Mbappes and Vinny's of the world, who's to say you can win that? You can win us a Champions League? Like, you know, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
man.
weird.
So let's go. Before we end the stream, yeah, let's go to your predictions for the game on Friday, innit? So I'll start at the top. So Prime, just tell me your prediction, and then we'll do like a your we'll tell you what our starting 11 is and stuff like that. But tell us what your match prediction is first.
I'm going a draw, 0-0 or 1-1.
Oh, draw. Yeah, when you know
Drew
we
last game, didn't it?
yeah when you know we can't take a draw, man said we think we're gonna draw. Yeah.
Bro, listen,
Bro, every time.
there's something in like the back of my head that's saying that United winner, and I don't want to say that either. So I'm gonna say draw. I'm just gonna stick with draw.
What about you, Ahmed?
Okay, I'm thinking of it like this. Yeah, I'm gonna say. I think you guys win. You know, just by yeah, I think you guys win. I think you know why. You guys are fighting for top 4. League wise, I think you guys will win 2-1. I think you guys will win 2-1. I don't see us winning this game. Even though against big teams, we're not amazing. I mean, we're not bad. Sorry, but I'm still gonna say you guys will edge it.
I
But
think
it's a mid-off, innit?
yeah, I think a little bit. I think a little bit, maybe because we haven't performed well against Newcastle, so the players might want to set it right. They might perform a little bit better, but I don't know, man. Well, what about you, Taz, bro?
This might be a bit crazy, but I low-key think it'll be 3-1. 3-1 Chelsea. Like I could just
Is it?
see
Yeah.
I could just see something happening in it because we're gonna start like Bayern there, or someone like Tom Heaton, and then play some like young players at the back, and they're just gonna get cooked. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. Like we saw what Agati did against West Ham, yeah, and with
Oh, yeah.
Caicedo, Enzo, Lavia, that midfield is gonna dominate us. So I see
Yeah.
like cheeky 3-1 win for Chelsea, and
Do we just play in a way that suits you? Like we like to keep the ball and dominate. You guys play better when you play counter attacking. So it's just about us not losing the ball. You know what I mean? If we lose the ball in the stupid area, or you get a gift, you never know though with Chelsea. You might get a gift from Colwill. You might get a gift from, or
Sanchez.
special gift from Sanchez. And Sanchez has a
Bro.
tendency to give you different options. But remember Arsenal game, Prime. He passes you the ball. He might cross you the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
If that doesn't work, he might even put it in himself.
Sanchez, right? In the past, was it 2 or 3 games? Sanchez has not made a mistake.
Yeah.
So I'm worried now. I'm so worried.
But wait,
I'm
just
so
couple of
worried.
kickouts.
Like we lost 2-0.
A couple of times he kicked it out
Bro.
against Newcastle, yeah, and he looked
No,
a bit
no.
off,
But
it
I
wasn't
mean,
as
we
bad.
haven't been punished by any.
Yeah,
We haven't been punished by anything.
direct
That's what I mean.
punishment.
Because against
Yeah.
Newcastle, the 2 goals we conceded, I'm not gonna. I hate Sanchez in it, but I'm not gonna blame him.
Yeah,
So I'm looking at it now, like, bro,
please.
it's
bro.
either you fuck up now, or you fuck up against Bournemouth, or you fuck up in the final. One of those 3, you're going. So actually, I don't even know if Maresca will play him in the final. It might be Jorgensen, but I don't know. But with this, just don't fuck up, because we need this, bro. Sanchez, I beg you, bro.
Yeah.
It's just 2 games. Just don't fuck up,
Yeah.
bro.
Bro, this game, I'm just like not fussed. I'm genuinely not fussed about this Friday game.
You know what it is, but United though. You know how we think that I think Amram is weird, innit? So I reckon he might just start his strong team. I've seen him do it recently.
Yeah.
And when he didn't need to do it, and he might end up just playing his best 11 just so that I can say we didn't get embarrassed or whatever he's saying, innit? That's the thing that's a bit weird about Amram. But yeah, man, I think for me, I'll go with it. I wanted to go over 2-1 because with us we always concede, innit? We always find a way, whether it's a set piece or something. So I think we will get our goals. I think it will be 2-1. And lastly, what do you think the starting 11 will be for your team? Like, what players do you think the manager will start? I'll start again with. Should we do this like an open panel thing, or do you wanna? Does everyone want to answer their own thing?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Don't mind.
Yeah, we'll do an open.
Yeah, so I'll start. Yo, Prime, I'll start with us here. Our goalkeeper, Sanchez. Easy, innit? That one's easy. Yeah. What do you think the back line is gonna be, bro? You never know, innit? Either you never know. It could Caicedo, could be in Reece James midfield. That's what I'm saying.
If Sanchez fucks up this game, bro, I might take him out myself.
I can't lie to you. You wanna hear this? When Jackson elbowed my man, I dropped the what's it called? The match reaction. I went home, fell asleep the next whatever. I think he woke up and obviously Fajr time. Looked at my phone here. The videos on like 2K views. Bro, I was fuming on Jackson. I was like, what's going on here? Everyone's liking the Jackson hatred I had for like 10 minutes. But
listen, if you're watching and you're confused about what Yasser means, check out the reaction, bro. It's crazy. Cucurella, Colwell, Chalobah. Colwell and Chalobah have been good the past few games, to be fair as well. I give them credit. Reece has to play. Reece has to play in this game, so I'm gonna start him right back.
You're gonna start him right back.
Yeah. Midfield, Caicedo, Lavia, and I'm playing Enzo in like the 10. Or well, basically give Enzo a free roll, so because with Caicedo and Lavia to sit and protect.
Yeah, contract. Yeah.
I'll give him the free roll. And I'm not really sure per se on paper how the front three will line up, but I'm thinking Neto, Palmer on the right, Neto up top, and Tyreek George off the left. That's how I'm thinking.
You think you pick him over Madueke on the left? Because that's kind of been his thing recently.
Oh yeah, that's Madueke.
Yeah, he's been starting him on the left. So
He has to start.
what he played?
Okay.
What he played one good game on the left. You know,
my
he
bad.
said, yeah, he's a new
My
left.
bad. No, because I was thinking Jackson and Sancho. I forgot about Madueke. Yeah, so sorry. Madueke will play on the left. Then you have Tyreek George off the bench.
Yeah, he's gonna have to stop Madueke because that's his guy.
Yeah. No, I know. I wasn't. Well, yeah. Yeah. I can't even respond to that. Yeah. But no, Madueke off the left. I forgot about Madueke, bro.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I was thinking of Sancho and Jackson. But yeah, that's basically the team. I'm assuming that's how it's gonna line up.
Yeah.
I don't know, unless Maresca wants to do something stupid, but I'm assuming that's how the team has to line up.
Yeah. Now it's your turn, guys, man. Let us know your.
Ah,
By in there, innit? Obviously, in net.
it has to be, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably say back three is gonna be Maguire, Lindelof, and Shaw. And Shaw.
Well,
We did do
Ahmed
that.
looks disgusted, you know.
Bro, that's risky,
yeah.
though.
Bro,
That's
man,
so
dude.
risky.
Every name
He'll
he's
probably
saying,
play-
he's like, no,
Nah, you'll
way.
probably play like Fredrickson or someone like that, innit?
Yeah,
like that youth
because
team.
I'm thinking. I'm assuming Maguire starting in the final, right?
Most likely, yeah.
I'm assuming Shaw starting in the final.
Probably not.
Hopefully
Injury,
not.
innit?
Is he injured?
Good, think about it. Ring backs, yeah, he can't play there. Centre backs will probably be Maguire. Actually, he might actually start the final. I don't even want him to start. the
Yeah,
final.
because Lindelof's out, right? Or not Lindelof, the other guy, De Ligt.
Euro.
He's out.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
Euro out.
Lenny Euro in heaven and Lissandro Martinez and De Ligt are all out.
Yeah, but it's not confirmed that Euro's out.
So
I'm
Yeah,
specifically
so that's
talking
the
for like
case,
Chelsea's
then-
game.
yeah, if that's the case, then Luke Shaw is gonna will play the final then. So
I think he'll play
'Cause I
Masraoui
was
as well in
thinking-
this game.
because I'm thinking if he sticks true to his word about like for the final, then the players you play against us, your first teamers, they've got to be people who are reliable in terms of fitness. Luke Shaw
Yeah.
can't play against us and then play that final in a few days' time.
Yeah.
He's gonna break.
Yeah. No, I heard that. I agree with that. I'll probably say. So he said Binder. I said who else?
Binder, Maguire, Shaw.
Masraoui, innit?
Yeah, Mazraoui plays a ring back now, but I don't want to risk injury to Mazraoui.
He's been playing Amas.
You'll probably play him in a ring back.
He
Oh,
was,
youth is-
he,
oh,
he
bro,
was
oh,
he
he
was
has
poor
all
in it
youth.
recently. Like the Amas guy, I'm pretty sure he made a mistake. Was it Bournemouth?
Yeah, but he's
Amos is-
hella weak, though. That's the issue. He needs a
Yeah.
loan. He needs a loan.
Amos is our youth is dead, you know. Like, it's not that good, man.
It's all right, you know. I mean, they've got some players there, but they need loan deals. That's the thing.
You need to be buying them from City, bro. You need to get
Bro,
the
like-
City ones because they seem to be
Liverpool are
cooking.
doing that with Frimpong, so we'll see what
He'll
happens.
probably start Amos though, innit? He'll probably start
Yeah.
Amos because maybe he doesn't want to start Dogu, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't fit. Will he start Diallo in this game?
I hope not. Probably.
I think he still does, you know.
I have a red inkling he'll start Ugarte, and I can't even be asked with Ugarte.
Ugarte, I think Ugarte and Ericsson will play together. I think he'll start Kobe in this game as well.
This is what
Yeah.
I'm saying about this manager, bro. I have a feeling he might go strong.
Mount will
Which is
definitely
weird.
start.
You think Mount will start? Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought
he
maybe
needs
he'd
minutes.
ease him in, but I don't know. Well, all of a sudden, Mount's fit.
I don't
think
know.
it's going to be the same team as last game, yeah, barring like Lenny Yoro, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, more or
Yeah.
less.
I
I
can see
mean,
him. Yeah.
So
Artemis Hoyland's going to start, unfortunately.
Doesn't want to risk Casemiro because he's like our best player.
I hope. Do you know what? I want Garnacho starting if it means that he has to take bench time in the final, innit?
I think
So it
he'll
means
still-
that someone like Ahmad
But you
and
never know,
Bruno
man.
have to start.
your guy might score overhead kick in the final.
Bro, the guy's been missing one-on-ones for like every round of the Europa, man.
I
Missed
watched
it
him,
against
though.
what?
I watched
Leon,
it. Yeah.
Bilbao. Bro, the guy doesn't score one-on-ones.
Yeah,
He
that
goes
is-
to shoot the ball and he fully misses, and I'm like, bro.
I think that will be Cheeto playing
Nah.
Yeah, Chido can get a start.
because Cheeto can't is like Hoyland's your only striker in the Europa, and what's his name is injured, right? Is
Who?
Zersky fit or is he injured?
Xerxes injured. No, he can't play.
Yeah, so then it would
Yeah,
make
but-
sense that you not think it would make sense?
It would, but then Amrin wants Hoyland to get some confidence in it because Hoyland can't bag. So, like, if Hoyland plays against Chelsea and he scumbags a goal because of Sanchez, it'll be like, oh, look, Hoyland's got confidence now to score in the final against Spurs, more or less. And then I don't think he wants to start Cheeto because Cheeto's too young to start against Chelsea. Like, I'm really looking at
No,
how
but-
he's going to do it.
He said he's gonna rotate, so it makes sense if it is him.
Said that against West Ham, and look who he put on. He put like hella players on. So
Yeah,
it's,
but
it's
he's
hard
played-
to
He's
understand.
played the
about
likes
him.
of Heaven, Amas.
Fredrickson, yeah. So we'll see in it. But if Cheeto does start, I'll actually watch the game. Like, yeah, can you not hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
You just
Ah,
went quiet,
from my
bro.
Wi-Fi cut down.
Nah, you're good.
Nah,
I thought you were
Brennan-
thinking.
No. I was just done saying my point, but I'm just reading this comment. Brendan Johnson versus Garnacho might be elite cinema. No, it's not. No one's watching that. If anyone's watching that final, yeah, it's only for people that want to hate watching United or Tottenham. There's no one watching this final for beautiful football. Respectfully, no one's watching that for football.
Yeah, listen, I don't know. It's just gonna be, listen, it's just two people doing the dash the opposite way. You know, one's just running this way, then the ball gets lost. The other guy's running
Just-
that way. They literally the same kind of ballers. One just finishes better than the other. I swear, then guys were staring at each other. I thought that
Hey, listen, big up Garnacho, man.
What do you mean big up? Oh, big up Garnacho. Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
No.
United's winger, man.
Yeah,
United's
nice
winger.
win.
Big up.
Nah, bro. I think he's better elsewhere. And Napoli, and Arsenal, maybe.
He will win you a
Ah,
league sometime.
Oh, he's not going Napoli. Napoli are gonna sign Chiesa.
Yeah.
Oh, that loan deal, innit?
Yep.
Uh, What's the
Ah.
point, though, bro?
What, getting
Man said
Chiesa?
he's the hitting the side netting more, lads. You want to run bets,
Oh,
bro?
Garnacho don't hit side nettings though. He hits like above the bar. That's the crazy part. So it's
I remember
like,
when Rashford used to shoot and miss the goal, yeah, and he used to just hit those dunnies. That you know how you have the disabled stand behind
Oh
the goals,
yeah.
and he always almost hit someone. I'm thinking, why would you put them behind the net? Behind the net?
But the one time he scored a banging free kick was at the bridge. Like the only time I
Yeah.
remember this guy
I
scoring
remember
a banger.
the Carabao Cup.
Oh,
game, was it?
Rashford.
Was it
Yeah.
FA Cup or Carabao Cup?
Cabal.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Hey, big
that
game,
was-
big game, Rashford, man. Listen, I keep saying Arsenal, go sign him.
Oh, I've been trying to advocate. Now I want
No,
Arsenal
no,
to
no,
sign
no, no.
Højlund.
Nkunku, bro. We need to start
Hey,
advocating Nkunku.
hey, yes, sir. Do you not think they're gonna sign both?
Aye,
They're getting
bro.
both.
Oh, yo, I heard he's got 100 million to play with this summer.
Don Berta, man. Don Berta, man. You got the cash in it. Spend
Yeah,
it.
yeah. You can sign Nkunku and Rashford for 100
Big
mil.
up David, man.
How can Arsenal be like some team that everyone, their fans gas up here, but they always just take the scraps off like the top teams?
Yeah, man
crazy.
said big
They're
up the
not,
panel. The conference
because they're
final
not.
better than
They're
the
not.
Europa League final. Yeah, it is, you know. Yo,
I
if
mean,
you
it's a
deep it,
reason.
there's actually footballers in both the teams.
It's a reason why the Conference League is on later. It's on later than the Europa League final. Like no one's watching Europa League if you're not if you're hate watching another team.
Wait, are you making a joke or do you know the actual reason?
Oh no, I'm just making a joke. I don't know why it's earlier or later in it. I'm just making a joke, but
The reason why it's because usually the Europa League final is a week before the Champions League final.
so why is the Conference League final later then?
Because
Well,
what
yes,
they've
I've
done
got to go,
is
by the way.
Listen, big up to you, Ahmed, man. Thank you for pulling up. And obviously, Ahmed's title's in the Ahmed's channel is in the is in the title. Make sure you subscribing, people. And yeah, man, we'll do something soon, inshallah, man. Thank you for pulling
No,
up.
bro, I'm always
Yeah.
down, by the way. Make sure you subscribe to Yasser as well. Big up to Taz. Sorry, by the way, I don't know what your name is. I don't know what your name is.
Prime.
Prime. Big up
Nice
to
meet you,
Prime.
bro. Nice
Nice to meet
you,
you, man.
Yeah, man. Big up, Ahmed.
Big up.
Man.
Big up.
Big up.
Love,
bro.
love.
Take care, bro.
Love, bro. Yeah, man. Look, now you're Roddy Rich down below, man, on your own. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason you've been put on the what's it called? On the
But
bottom.
bro, he's 15th, bro.
Yeah.
Insert
15.
troops. 15.
Yeah, I'm winning Europa.
Yeah. Mate, the
Winning
amount of
Europa.
Arsenal fans have been cooking about this. If we win Europa League, these men are not hearing that. Hearing the
Hey,
end of it.
do you have that clip ready? Regardless of
the
what happens in the final, so long as you guys are 15th, right?
Yeah.
Regardless
What, the
what happens in
15th clip?
the final, you better have that clip ready, bro.
I mean, why would I use it if we lose the final?
Yeah. Because, bro, I'll go viral. You posting that?
Oh, bro, we're not even 15th, bro. We're not 15th. So, like, it doesn't make. We're 16th.
Where are you, 14th?
We're not 15th.
That's to do 15th, you know. Oh my day.
No,
Oh, you don't even have 40
bro, I'm
points,
telling
bro.
you, man, it's peak. It's actually peak. We haven't even got 40. And they've only got 2 games left.
Bro, even Chelsea got 40, bro.
Bro, I remember those days, innit? The Graham Potter, Frank Lampard days. Road to 40.
Yep. And
So
the
we
way
got that.
people,
Wait, how much
the
have we
way
got?
rival
39?
fans, the way rival fans got onto us, United fans saying no one speaks about what Chelsea are doing enough. Oh, this
That
is
is from
United.
Arsenal fans.
United could never.
I deep it though.
United could never.
Imagine we get 40 because of you lot. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, but you will, bro.
Is that a picture? Is that Dembele pushing Saka?
Nah, he's pulling him like this. Leko, man.
What the
Yeah,
hell,
there,
man?
man.
Yeah.
It's
And Bele
crazy.
pulling Saka, hey.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm saying that's what happened the PSG games. You know what I'm saying? We seen the real winger over
That's what
there.
Bonucci did. Dembele doing a Chiellini, bro. Let's go.
Yeah, TTM said if Arsenal signs Nkunku, I'm a full-time Clear Lake soldier.
Hey, facts. Oh wait, TTM's a Chelsea fan or
Nah,
United
he's a
fan?
United fan. He's a
United
United
fan.
fan. But he would be because
Okay.
he goes because he told us earlier that he was like, I'm always with my blue brothers. You know what I'm saying? Always against Arsenal, that kind of thing, innit? So
I mean, everyone is.
Facts, yeah.
No
Yeah.
one
And
wants Arsenal
Nkunku's
to win
was
the league.
also linked to you in that. Oh no, bro, win the league. But you know what though? Next season, I'll be real, guys. We need Arsenal to win a trophy. We need them to win like an FA or a
Hard to
Carabao.
keep
Because
Arteta. innit?
Arteta, yeah, it's running to a point now where he needs another trophy to get an
because
extra.
bro,
life.
once he
So-
loses his head, like once he gets a trophy, because right now he's starting to lose his head and his patience a little bit, innit?
Yeah,
Once he gets a taste a bit of trophy, he's gonna start telling us he got 3 shields
Mhm.
or plates, whatever you want to call them, and 1 cup. You know what I'm saying? Or 2 cups.
facts.
You get me? He's gonna start
So
telling you
next
what he's
season-
won. So
So-
then
So next season, I'll be real. One of us needs to make that sacrifice. Someone needs to make a sacrifice.
yeah, this thing would be Taz's title when he wins. You know what I'm saying? When he wins the,
mate,
if he wins the
low-key,
Europa
bro.
League,
Just,
you got a video title there,
Yeah.
right there, man. Just make sure you tag
Ah.
TTM. You know, I
Mate,
say give him his
if we
credits.
somehow win Europa League, bro, the amount of ideas I can use in it is going to be sensational. Arsenal fans, it's been a long time coming.
Was it like 40 points? I remember, bro. 40 points. Him and Matisse, bro, were just
Oh yeah,
the road to 40 points was paid for, innit? And then,
but yeah,
and then
bro.
yeah, then I think last season is when we got Lou Shiesty. Remember, Prime? Last season we got Lou Shiesty. Yeah, Lou Shiesty was lit, bro.
Well, that's the Poch ball, innit?
You're muted, Prime. Yeah. You're mute, mate. Yeah, I
Can't
can
hear
hear
me?
you now. Yeah. I can hear you now.
all I know is, my striker just bagged the brace. Oshiman.
He scored.
Oh, for Gala.
Yeah, just bagged the brace, bro. He could get his another hat trick this season, but people
Oh,
telling me Jackson's better, guys.
Bro,
Jackson's better. I don't want Oshiman's just a Lukaku, bro. Just a donkey. Is all I'm saying, bro.
Nah, man. You see me, I don't mind Osherman, innit? I think he's a good striker, but then my days, bro. The thing with Osherman is I know I'm gonna start to get annoyed at his first touch, bro. You can't tell me you got a good first touch. Don't lie. He got the bouncy.
Does
thing,
have
bro.
a good
trampoline foot.
No, stop it. He's not Lukaku. Stop this.
No.
He doesn't
No.
have a bad
Lukaku is mad. I'm not talking about him. I'm saying
No.
because the
He
way we
does
play
have
is
a
all
good
link
first
up.
touch.
Because remember Jackson, forget his the
no,
rubbish
but-
striking,
no,
can't strike
yeah,
a ball.
no.
That's a different thing.
Jack. Yeah, but if we're saying Lukaku's a 0 in terms of link up, and Jackson, where do you rank Jackson? Like an 8, a 9?
7 or 8.
Okay, if we're saying Jackson's an 8,
Mhm.
Oshimen, I'd say in link up is like maybe a 6.57. Oshimen's link up play looks bad because he's so like
Because
it
he
looks
stole.
awkward.
Because he stole.
It looks awkward because of him. Yeah, no, it looks awkward because it's him, but he's actually good at link up.
Fair enough. Listen, bro. If he comes in and
Right.
backs, yo, listen. You need to. I don't know what Prime. You need to find his number, bro. Ring him and tell him less of this 330k per week or 400k a
bro,
week. He
it's
wants
happening.
before
Listen,
taxes, mate.
Listen,
Because I don't
listen.
want Sesko. I'm scared,
Mikel's
bro.
Mikel's been saying if we want to pick up the deal again, we know where we left off, bro. It's gonna happen.
The colours
man.
then.
It's gonna
I'm
happen.
good. I'm good. Because, bro, I do not
Yeah.
want this Havertz with pace. You know, I'm scared of the Havertz. I'd
He's
rather
not he's not Havertz for pace, bro.
No,
you mean
no.
Jackson? Yeah.
No. I'm talking
Yeah.
about Sesko. I don't want Sesko.
Oh,
He's Havertz
Sesko.
with pace.
Sesko's a
He's the
bum.
one that I
Sesko's a
don't
bum,
want
bro.
at
He's going
all.
Arsenal, man, low key. But
Bro,
yo, lads,
Chelsea
I've got to
fans
head
saying-
off though.
You gotta go.
Yeah, take care, bro.
Yeah, I've got to go,
Listen,
man.
big up
for
Taz,
having
man.
me on.
Your
though.
link is in the title as well. People, make sure you subscribing to Taz, man.
Big up, man.
Big up to you,
Sub
my
to the
bro.
channel. What's
We
your
finally
target?
we finally managed to get you on for the preview because we couldn't do it last time. You know what
Nah,
I'm saying?
you two, bro. I can't lie. I'm surprised you're having me on after the way I trolled both of you in Jan. The way I got cooked by you two after that January window, it was peak.
Well, listen, our fans were messaging one of our directors on LinkedIn to make sure we don't get Garnacho. I swear
Bro,
down.
the way,
So we had to
it was
make sure.
crazy, man.
But anyway,
The
big
way-
up to you, man. I'm
Nah.
on the way to.
Hey,
I'm a couple away from 250. On the way to 500.
Let's get to
so-
that 250, man. Big up to everyone on there, man.
Big
Big
up.
up to Prime.
Listen,
Yes,
Taz.
everyone. Yo,
all I'll say is I'd be careful because knowing what Chelsea's like, if we go back in for Garnacho in the summer, we'll
Oh,
end
I'm-
up signing. Well, no. Don't be happy because what Chelsea do is we go in for one player and we sign another. So we'll go in for Garnacho and we'll sign Ahmad. So be careful, bro.
Or Kobe
I'm
maybe,
keeping my
bro.
mouth
Or
shut.
Kobe
I'm
maybe.
keeping my
You
mouth
don't
Watch
know.
yourself. Watch yourself.
you'll
Watch
probably
yourself,
sign
bro.
Mano, low key. You'll probably sign
Man will
Mano.
be tagging me about Garnacho, and the next day we've announced Diallo. So be careful, bro.
Yeah,
Be
listen.
careful. You need a
Yeah.
winger.
Anyway, big up to you, Taz, man. Thank
up,
you for
man. I'll see
jumping
you,
on
man, in a
every
bit,
time,
man.
bro.
Big up, Taz, bro. Take
Big
care.
up. And yeah, man. So just it's just me and Prime left, people, and listen, we'll probably end it here, man. Do you have anything to say? Do you wanna talk about something before we end it, or you're muted, mate? Yeah, I can hear you.
Sanchez, bro.
Yeah, listen, pray,
Sorry, man.
chat, please, man, pray for us, bro. You know what I'm saying? I
Three
don't need.
games, 3 big games left. Sanchez has to fuck up at least one. He has to. He has to, because he hasn't fucked up yet, bro, in like the past few games. So he's due. He is due. And I'm worried.
Yeah.
I'm worried. Hey, we're winning 2-1 against United and he fucks up in the last. Bro, he might get rushed, bro, at home. So he might actually get rushed. By
Bro,
our
remember
fans.
the booze? Remember the booze he got the other day? That was it the Ipswich game where people just turned on him, yeah? On Sanchez. Oh
Yo,
my days. He can't bro, he won't
good.
last. Especially if he makes a big mistake to top 4. Everyone's gonna forget the Jackson thing. Because remember he's at least done something for the provider or something. They'll just turn on Sanchez straight away. Because the frustration that we're on here when it comes to the Jackson the Sanchez thing is we're up to here. You get it? Up to here, bro. We're finished. I'm laughing if you're going with Osimhen. He's not Lukaku, he's Osimhen. Bro, listen, you see this AJ guy, you keep trying to think you're cooking as an Arsenal fan, but every time you come on the channel, you're stressed and looking like Uncle Ruckus, fam. You know what I mean? Yeah, from Boondocks, bro. So at the end of the day, you're leaving with no trophy. So I'm saying, the only trophy you might leave with is the we beat Madrid and City trophy, but that don't mean anything, innit? We only speak in European languages over here. You know that ones, which is not your thing. Osimhen's link up play only works at one particular pace of the game. You can't do link up when the game is slow. Yeah.
You can't do link up when the game is slow.
Only when it's why are you going fast? You know that? Only when it's fast he can go quick. That's what this guy say. So I think what he's saying is when he doesn't have to think a lot. One of them ones. Do you get
He can't do link up play when the game is slow, but that makes no sense, bro. He played in the Serie A. He dominated the Serie A. He was top goal scorer in the Serie A.
Yeah, I remember.
He broke Samuel Eto'o's record in the Serie A. He's also now in the Turkish league, and he has broken a record in the Turkish league. He has broken Matteo Jardel's 24-year-old record to become the first foreigner in Galatasaray's history to score 35 goals in a single season. And the season's not over yet.
So is he I'm pretty sure I heard LB say he's on 42 GA yesterday. If he scored 2 goals now, that means he's on 44 GA in Galatasaray. Is it? You're following. You're telling me you're calculating his numbers. So I'm assuming you probably know how much GA he's on.
Bro, we just look at the G, bro. We don't look at the A.
Yeah. For
The goals
strikers,
as
no
well.
one cares about the A. So tell us.
Yeah. It's 35 goals in all combinations, and he can get more.
Yeah.
The game's not over yet. He could still back a hat trick, and he still has time until the end of the season. Like, this guy's gonna win a league title. Like the title's basically kind of already done. Like this, yeah, man. This is the leader. This is the experience that we need in this team. If we bring in Osimhen in the summer, people will be saying Neto's a world class, is one of the best wingers in this league again. People will say that about Neto. People will say that about Sancho. People will even say that about Madueke, about how good our wingers are.
Mm-hmm.
I don't rate our wingers highly. I don't rate them highly, but I know what they are. I know what their strengths are. And we don't have a target for them to play off of.
Yeah, bro, listen, for me, I'm at that point now that I just want a striker, innit? Like, I'm not really arguing now about this and that. And by the way, yes, I'll take Mateta as well. You know what I'm saying? Bring Mateta. Yeah,
Mateta's impressing me.
You
I
know
thought the second half of last
a lot of people are saying
I
he's
thought it was
old.
a purple patch.
Yeah, a lot of people saying he's older than that, but it's not. He's 28, bro. That's almost the perfect time to get a striker.
Yeah,
and
he's 27.
27, yeah. I think it's 27 or turning 28 soon. But
Yeah, like I thought Mateta, like it was a purple patch thing the back end of last season, but the fact that he's replicated it,
you know what happened
quality.
though? I remember when he first came in and he wasn't scoring really, and then they were talking about he was the guy we bought from France. He was a goal scorer or whatever, and then when he just started scoring, he was consistent, bro. You know what I mean? So
Osimhen got hooked, bro. Okay, I'm not watching this game anymore.
Yeah, he's prime. This is what I'm saying. He's prime. This is his prime, bro. If we need a striker to actually bag, let's get someone who we see as being in his prime, yeah, that can actually help the team. Do you see what I'm getting with this? Similar to what you're saying with Osimhen, who's basically performing really well right now. I've watched Gyökeres the other day against Benfica, I don't know what along with my man. What's his name with Northside? Oh my days, bro. I don't know I don't know how he backs goals, but it just seems to be always on the transition. Because when they were trying to keep the ball and that, he wasn't really involved, bro. You get what I'm saying? Now I don't mind my striker ghosting. Like, I don't mind my striker ghosting as long as he doesn't ghost when you need him, innit? You get what I'm saying? You don't want him to ghost in the box. I don't want him to ghost when the ball comes past him. But if you need to ghost a little bit, I don't really care, innit? But at the end of the day, as long as you get the ball in the back of the net when it's needed, bro, then you should be alright, innit? That's the way I'm looking at it.
Yeah, I mean, I rate Gyökeres, but when you look into what he does, like you said, he scores a lot in transition.
Yeah.
So I don't know how he's going to be able to just come in, like, how is he going to handle the low blocks in this league? How
Yeah.
is he going to be able to handle some of the center backs in this league, the tactical setups? That's why I'm saying go get Osimhen because he's proven he can do it. Different systems.
Have you
different
seen the
shapes.
thing Joey put in the group about Jackson potentially leaving if they get a good offer? Yeah.
Yeah.
And if
And
he
Joey's
goes,
been saying this, by the way. Joey's been saying this for like 2 months now.
because remember the weird one is that they put all the eggs in the Jackson basket. Yeah, and he's kind of
Yeah.
let them down. So they said, you know what? Yeah, if we can get the lap for 30, I know that's not really looking at, but remember if they can get him for cheap and then get an Osherman, they have their backups. The thing is, at least
Maybe not even the lap. I think United will get the lap. I think what's going to happen to us. I think that the lap deal gets done early in the window. I think what's going to happen is United will get the lap.
Mhm.
Whether or not they win Europa, I don't think it makes a difference. I think United get the lap,
Mhm.
and then we will then end up getting Osimhen as the second choice, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And then we'll also sign. I think if getting rid of Jackson, I think we'll go and sign Omega from Strasbourg as a backup.
I know, I've never listen. I don't remember. I watched Strasbourg for like 45 minutes the other day. I haven't watched
Yeah.
them this season. All I know is I get a notification. Oh, these man played well. Even
Bags,
they released
yeah.
they released the whole starting 11 thing, or like the best players in the league for the season. I looked at it, no Strasbourg players. Yeah, the whole season everyone's telling us, yo, Andre Santos was balling, but they decided to just dump all the PSG players on that list. You know what I'm saying? But bro,
Yeah.
all you know what it is, I think, and yeah, I think you'd agree with this. I think this season is so crucial for us in terms of the business we do, bro. If we get
Oh,
players in that position that we need, even if let's say listen, and I know I keep saying his name, but let's say we just bought a striker in January, even if it's a medium one or whatever, it would have helped us so much when both our strikers were out, Q and whatever, yeah. Because someone that
having
bagged
a
all of a sudden would have
presence,
just, bro.
like even
This is why I'm not really. You don't hear me coming out saying, "Yo, this guy has to go, manager has to go, whatever." Because I just feel like you've seen how we can play when everything works. Because remember when Jackson was back in his purple patch, and everything in the front line was working, it just seems to be like, okay, cool. We can see where this team can go. We still felt like the
yeah,
goalkeeper,
and that's
defensively,
why I'm
whatever.
a big. Another reason why I'm a big advocate for Osimhen is that it takes pressure off of Palmer having to be the main guy. Palmer's as quality as Palmer is, he's young. He shouldn't have to be the guy at Chelsea yet. When Hazard came in at Chelsea,
Yeah,
he was like 21 years old, but he had already won a league title at Lille,
yeah,
Young Player of the Year. He'd done all of that, achieved everything, or achieved a lot at Lille. But
yeah,
when he came to Chelsea, he still wasn't the main guy for 2 years. We had Lampard, we had Juan Mata, who had just had like I think a 50 GA season.
yeah.
We had John Obi Mikel, Terry, etc. We Ivanovic, Czech. We had experience, so Hazard could be the young talent developing for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
14-15, his second season, is when we won the title with Jose Mourinho as manager, an experienced manager.
And then wanting him to track back and all that at that point. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. But
yeah, that's my point of like,
and
if you put in an Osimhen,
yeah,
that takes pressure off of Jack. Like Palmer doesn't have to because when you look at Palmer stats, right, outside of the goals, he's still created more big chances than anyone has in this league. He's created more big chances this season than he did all of last season. He's doing his job as a creator. But
Yeah.
because he's not scoring, there's so much pressure on him. And also Chelsea, we're not winning games, we're not doing well.
We'll
So all the
turn on
pressure
people.
comes on
Yeah,
him.
yeah. Which is what I think happened this season
Yeah,
to Palmer. Palmer, I don't think
go get
remember he did play well.
yeah,
He had that sick pass against Newcastle. Remember, he went around everyone. Yeah, remember that? And he
yeah.
went past everyone, and I think Neto got at the end of it, whatever. And I feel like I think he started Jackson's form dropped. Then everyone we tried to sort that out, as in what happened to Jackson, whatever. He's not finishing the chances that Palmer's providing for him and all that. And then when it became like, okay, he's trying, but it's not working, and we're losing games in that run of form, it affected the whole team. Because remember that we would play really good in the first half, score first, like again, remember Bournemouth game, we score first, Palmer will chip the goalie or something, 1-0, and then instead of getting a second one, like Jackson will miss a sit or someone misses a sit, and all of a sudden it goes straight into, it goes straight into
And
goalkeeper.
that's why
Goalkeeper will mess up.
the
Then we go
chances
into half time, 1-1, because someone's messed up, and we don't go into it.
and that's
have it-
why I'm looking at Palmer and even the chances Enzo creates as well.
Yeah,
You get me an Osimhen. There's the way he attracts defenders towards him as like a vacuum.
mhm.
It gives more space for Sancho,
Sancho
to like
and people
so
to play
instead of
up. I was gonna
Sancho
say
doing
that.
this
Yes.
thing where Sancho overbeats his man.
Mhm.
Sancho could just beat his man. There's space, play something in for someone.
Yes.
Neto has space. Madueke has more space because Madueke loves to just cut in and shoot.
Yeah, yeah,
It gives more space for other people. So
Yeah.
Palmer, fine. Palmer hasn't scored in 5 games, but
Yeah.
he's just bagged 4 assists in those 5 games.
yeah.
Like Palmer can do his job. 'Cause I
Yeah.
don't view Palmer as a goal scorer. He's
Same,
our
same.
creator in this.
It's same. But even
Should
when
be creating.
when I was getting into football, they used to tell me as a winger, yeah, your job's to assist the striker, bro. Forget about the goal scoring thing.
Yeah.
That's not a winger's job. That's a striker's
Yeah.
job. It's just that recently
Like, the
became a
reason
thing
why
where
we
everyone was
didn't
looking at wingers as goal scoring wingers because they play in
Facts.
false nines
Like,
and all
the
that.
reason
But
why we never got into Hazard for why is Hazard not getting 30 goals? Well, because Hazard's creating everything in the team.
literally, he's picking
Hazard
up the
has the
ball,
most
beating
chances
6,
created
7 people, and
the
then pass it.
Prem.
Remember? Do
Yeah.
you remember how many times Hazard used to run all the way in front of goal and then just pass it sideways for someone else to score?
Bro,
His thing
I
was
remember
never
Hazard beat
scoring.
his goal. Bro, I remember Hazard rounded the goalkeeper and he still squared it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. This is the thing. I always
Bro,
because then I kind of saw it that okay, he doesn't care about goal scoring, but whenever he was getting into a position, he would score if he wanted to score. Does that even make sense? It's like he would if he knew he would score, like let's say against what's it called? I think the top battle of the bridge game and whatever. Whenever he needs to score or the
Battle of the
Liverpool
Bridge,
Carabao
yeah.
Cup game, he would do something and score the goal. Like his goals are bangers. You know what I'm saying? But he would score when he
and
needed
that's
to
what-
score. So we didn't
That's
really
what
care.
we need. Palmer, if he can get more like confidence going into next season, starts the season while getting a few assists. Chelsea are winning. Chelsea are playing well. Chelsea are looking good. All of a sudden, he'll be confident again, and the
Yeah.
goals will start pouring in from him. But like, we need that pressure off of him. You get me an Osimhen, where if we don't win, let Osimhen have the pressure. Big price tag, big experienced player. You've won titles. It's your fault we're not winning. Go blame Osimhen, but don't blame young Palmer and young
Yeah.
Enzo and these young players. Yes,
Yeah.
fine, they're talented, and there's big expectation on them, but they
Yeah.
shouldn't be our main guys in this team. They shouldn't yet. It's not fair on them.
And I think
It's not.
really, I think if you think about it, yeah, let's say I don't know if you can like you know how Sancho gets the ball and he cuts in, and he just passes that directly into like Osimhen with his back against goal, and then he can make that run around where Osimhen can help. You get it? He can use more of his pace
Yeah.
that he was using in Dortmund and stuff like that when he had the
Facts.
Haaland
Because like
and stuff like that up front.
people are talking about Sancho. Sancho hasn't that stat. Sancho hasn't crossed the ball in like how many
Who's he
games?
gonna cross it?
And I'm saying,
and then there's a
alright,
video.
cool.
Did you see the video
snap
of him crossing the ball? And
Yeah.
everyone just missed it,
And
but
it's
he's
like there's
literally
no one
putting
there,
up-
bro.
Exactly.
I remember that stat, and I was like, bro, I remember those periods. Sancho was crossing the ball, but there's no one in the box. So it's like, who am I crossing the ball? Because the stat doesn't get recorded if you cross the ball, but it doesn't meet anyone.
Yeah.
That stat doesn't get recorded. So I'm like, I've crossed the ball 5 times, but Jackson's not there. Who's the striker? So like, I'm not gonna cross it a 6th time now because it's pointless.
Yeah, he's like, listen, you know what? I'm just gonna figure it out myself, and if it works, it works. You know what I mean? This is why I don't get onto players. I don't expect non-goal scoring wingers to be goal scorers. Do you get what I'm saying? That's my thing. I don't expect them to do a job that they aren't. So, but this is why a lot of as well with our fan base, just because Olise didn't come, I'm just gonna get onto Madueke, or because I didn't get this left winger Liao, I'm gonna get onto Sancho, and
Abs, yeah.
Sancho's trash, and look at the numbers. So this is the thing for me. I look at, how I look at a player. Okay, this is his strengths, this is his weaknesses, and you know what? Let's see what he could provide us on the pitch.
This is what
This
he
is what
is.
it
So
is.
let me know.
I don't want him to
And
do
I'm-
things
again,
he
and I'm
can't
someone who-
do.
I'm not a fan of our.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm blaming for that because I'm someone who I'm not a fan of our wingers, but like I know what I in terms of like I don't rate them highly,
Yeah, honestly.
but like I know what they are. I know what they're good at, and I know what they're good at. I know what they're not good at.
Yeah.
I know Neto has his best spell as a player in the Prem when he had a target man in Jimenez. I know Sancho, both times he was at Dortmund, he had Haaland the first when he was there, like as an actual player. And last year when he was on loan there,
Yeah.
he had Fulkrug. And Fulkrug's not amazing, but
Exactly.
he is
Every
a
team
presence up
Sancho's
top.
been
He's
at,
an
he had a
actual
striker and he linked up with him. Every team, even at United.
Even Madueke. I didn't watch Madueke at PSV, but I look at the way Madueke plays,
Mhm.
and people tell me Madueke is kind of like a Liao Rashford type
Yeah.
of inside forward profile. A lot of inside forwards do well
Yeah,
when
because
they've got a presence up
they
top,
keep the
like a
players
focal point
occupied, and
that
then he
bounce
can
off
run
them.
into the space.
And I'm like,
Yeah, and then
these
we also
wingers-
sometimes, you know what? Sometimes we don't have overlaps.
all of a sudden, if we have Osimhen, exactly, and all of a sudden now if we have Osimhen and Neto's on 15, Sancho has
Yeah.
15 assists, Madueke has like 12, 13 assists. All of a sudden, people are saying, "Oh, Chelsea has some of the best winger collection in the league."
And then
Just based off of having a proper
yeah,
striker,
and then
not because of
yeah.
Maresca's this brilliant manager.
Maresca's
just
easy to
because
blame.
Of, we've got a full
Prime, man, already, yeah. Maresca's easy to blame.
Yeah.
It's easy to
And
blame
I'm
Maresca
not
and
even
putting
saying
things on him.
Maresca's perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I'm not even saying Maresca's perfect.
yeah.
I understand his faults, but I expected these faults with a young manager. So that's why I look at the recruitment and say, why bring in a young manager? Why couldn't we just get like an experience? And that's why I said, look what happened with Poch. They had the right idea, bringing in an experienced manager who had coached a young team.
I
to
agreed with
challenge
that.
before.
I was like, you know
But
what?
Poch himself was just the wrong guy.
Yeah,
They shouldn't have got
100%,
Poch.
100%. And we had to learn. We had to learn the hard way.
The idea was good, but
Yeah,
the
we had to
execution
learn the hard way, and it took us. And to be fair,
was
though,
so
he
poor.
did take us backwards in terms of the progression on the. If you call it progression on the league table, and in terms of going from, we should have been fourth last season, and then this season, if we got the players that we needed, we should have been challenging, innit, or at least going to win the title. Do you get what I'm saying? And I think that for me is, I feel like we're catching up with what we should have done last season. That's the way I'm looking at it, and it's annoying, but I can see that with a few additions, this team can transform in terms of right now, the levels we are right now, or where we were in December or something. I don't think it's the same, innit? I don't think it's the same as what we are right now, if that even makes sense. Where's this guy? Can you hear me, bro? Okay, yeah. So I think of a couple of additions would change everything for us. So you're lagging, bro. Yeah. And a lot of people don't understand how much. A lot of people don't know as well how much. When especially with young players, how much it affects them. No, when you don't hit the target and the club's down and stuff like that, it's hard to pick them back up. And this is obviously where we're missing experience, but it doesn't help you when going into another season, if that makes sense. Do you get what I'm saying? So, yeah, man.
I
bro.
don't hear
You know what I'm
Yasser,
saying?
and I'm assuming he's just lagged out. So, back. But yeah, with we just get me Osimhen in the summer. Petrovic, I'm good with going for another season.
Have I lagged out?
mm,
Okay.
yes, sir.
Cool. Nah, we chilling. I think you're the one lagging out, mate. You know what I mean? You're the one that's lagged out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
No, you lagged out.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm
You
back.
you weren't on stream.
Yeah, same. I'm happy with Petrovic.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. Your internet's coming back, and then it's kind of cut, and I think it's your internet, but mm,
No, I think it's you.
one sec. Speak
You
again.
hear me, bro?
You're muted.
You
now
hear me?
for some reason.
You can't hear me.
Yes, you're good now. You're back. So as soon as you lifted your finger, you're back. You know, you're back now, bro.
Wait, can you hear me? Yeah.
See, now you're muted. Yes, I
I'm
can
not
hear you
muted.
now. Yes, I can hear you. Oh my days.
Okay,
I
I
can
think
hear you, bro.
I think it's a lag. I think.
Yeah,
Wait,
you're not muted.
can you hear
Yes,
me?
yes.
All right, cool. Sorry.
Okay, yeah, there
But
is
yeah,
a
I've
lag.
got
Yeah, but there is a lag.
yeah. Well, I've got a dip anyway. I've got
Yeah,
another
same. I
stream
was
I
gonna
gotta head
say,
to.
yeah, you might as well end the stream. I've put your link in the title. I don't even know if you run the channel or not, but
Oh,
I know I see you everywhere.
awesome.
If you wanna, if you wanna sub to my guy Prime, big up to you. And well, man, listen, I know I do this show called the Blue Brother Show, and I get Chelsea fans on. Yeah, I'm I'm gonna have to get you on soon anyway. But I don't know, probably
That's fine. Hey,
I don't know if it's on the weekend or so. We'll find something anyway, because I know you do you do all these other shows that you do. People that don't know. But yeah, man.
hey, when Chelsea sign Oshie, man, yeah,
Yeah.
I better be on the
Oh,
show.
you're good. Definitely. Listen, definitely, you'll be on there. Do you know what I'm saying? You'll be on there. Big up for you for turning up. Thank you very much, brother. And yeah, man. Everyone, big up. Listen, I can't redirect or anything, yeah, but I know Northside's live right now, so I'll put his link in the chat. If you click on that, it'll take you to his channel. Just tell him it's Yasser Raid or Yasser send me, whatever it is. And yeah, man, go enjoy the show over there. I think he has hooks. I think he has hooks, Tony, Rashid, and
Yeah, that's gonna be
oh,
crazy.
actually, I think he may have just ended this thing. One sec, let me check quickly. If you need to dip, bro, it's alright. I just want to make sure that
Alright,
I don't send anyone to a show that's not there.
alright.
Listen, big up to
Take
you.
care, people. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe to Yasser.
Yeah.
Yeah, just if you guys think his last match review was crazy, if we don't beat Man United, hey,
Listen, yeah, it's mad.
uh,
Listen, you know what, guys? I'll send you to Lee instead. Yeah, just click that link, and it'll take you to Lee's life right now. Big up to everyone. Thank you for turning up. Yeah. And I'll see you guys in the next.